Hello and welcome to the 8th grade promotion. We started. As a whole class, we have accomplished a lot. If it's either sports, clubs, band, choir, or academics, we have left our mark on Wamego Middle School. We have done many great things when it comes to athletics. On the girls' side, there was a league championship in track, and we came very close to some championships in volleyball and basketball, but we came home with silver and bronze medals instead. The cross-country team was very successful this year when they won league this last fall, along with the boys. Speaking of the boys, we had a couple league wrestling champions in their weight classes, and we won the basketball league this past fall. We may have not been undefeated in football this past fall, but I know that each and every one of the players improved by the help of the coaches and are ready for high school football. But it wasn't just sports that we excelled in. We have had several participants in the Science Olympiad, and many of them came home with awards. All of the band kids I know won medals or certificates in the past band competition at high school. And many of you choir singers went to state level choirs these past few years. For all of you that were parts of Ambassadors, RSVP, and Stuco, I know from experience that it is very hard to spend so much time helping your school. And it's really hard to get up in the mornings and find a ride to some meetings. But every single one of you sacrificed parts of your days for our school. I'm absolutely positive that every single one of us left their mark on WMS. Whether it comes to sports, band, choir, clubs, or academics, we've left our footprint on this school. These past 3 years may have seemed long and dull at times, but they have all taught us a lot. Every single teacher at this school has been preparing us for high school since our first day here. High school is probably going to be the longest 4 years in our lives. But I know that we're prepared for it. These teachers have been giving us simple life lessons and been getting us into good, strong habits for our high school careers. Whether it's just getting your homework turned in on time or bringing the stuff we need to class. You probably haven't realized, but we've all gotten better at this. But yet, we still need to look forward to high school. Since 6th grade to now, we've all changed from little kids to mature teenagers. Well, some of us are more mature. But high school is a bigger step. We'll grow from teenagers to young adults that are ready to live in the real, live world. So we all need to put on our big boy pants and move forward. Move forward. We have left our footprint on this school, and now it's time to take all that we have over to the high school and represent Wamego well. I know that we will all be representing Wamego. If it could be athletics, band choir, or any of the clubs there such as FBLA or FFA, which will be new to all of us. Some of us will be representing our school and town in state levels, and some may be even in national levels. But most of us will just be representing Wamego in everyday school. We can be one of the greatest classes of students that Wamego High School will ever know. So let's move forward to WHS and give it all we got these next 4 years. Thank you.
I'm a little taller than Spencer, so. Or maybe I'll hold it. Good evening. On behalf of the Board of Education, faculty, and staff of USD 320 and Wamego Middle School, I want to welcome you to the recognition program for the Wamego Middle School 8th grade students. One would say that if you reach this point in your education career, you have been somewhat successful. Yes, there were probably times you have failed, times you had to pick yourself up and start over again, and times where you wanted to give up. Thankfully, you did not, and tonight is a recognition of that. There are certain characteristics of successful people that is seen over and over again. The 6 beliefs of highly successful people are, number 1, you are the expert on you. No one else can tell you how to lead a meaningful life. What works for someone else won't necessarily work for you. You will have to search inside yourself to find what works for you. Number 2, you already have all the resources you need to succeed. Are you confident about knowing how to tie your shoes? Then you possess the resource of confidence. Have you ever felt the boundless love for someone else or something else? Then you also have it within you to be more loving with other people. Imagine if you could access all the love, confidence, and other precious resources you possess whenever you desire. People who are living their passion have mastered this skill. Number 3, you can do anything if you break it into small enough steps. Any skill can be learned, any problem solved, and any task accomplished if it is broken down into small enough pieces. Number 4, if what you are doing isn't working, do something else. People sometimes get defensive when others suggest new ways to approach problems. But I've done it this way, always. If you want to begin producing results in your life, you might need to step outside your comfort zone and do something different. Number 5, there is no such thing as failure, only feedback. The only time you fail in life is when you stop learning. People who reach their goals are not afraid to fail or make mistakes because they know that every mistake is a learning opportunity in disguise. And finally, number 6, you are creating your future right now. People who fulfill their dreams tend to live in the present, while people who struggle tend to live in the past. If you continually dwell on the past, you might miss out on all the beauty and opportunity that life is offering you right now. To quote Marianne Williamson, author, lecturer, and spiritual leader, she says, we ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. You playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people won't feel unsure around you. So 8th grade students, for one last time, take this moment tonight and this opportunity to feel blessed, to feel loved, and to feel like you can accomplish anything. Thank you.
Tonight, it's my pleasure to introduce our speaker. Mr. Adam taught middle school, 8th grade social studies here for 6 years, and he always asks his students to look at history through a different lens. And I think most of you have lived through Historical Hall of Fame and recently the museum, so you know exactly how he asks our students to think about history and how to grow in their learning. Currently, he is also the president of the Kansas Council of Social Studies, and he leads that group of professionals for the entire state. So at this time, it is my pleasure to welcome Mr. Adam Topwood.
Good evening. I'm not going to try to mess with this very much, so I'm just going to hold it. So, first of all, I guess I want to say thank you for everyone for coming tonight. As we celebrate this class of 2017 as they end one chapter in their academic career and prepare to move forward to another one of their long-standing goals, and that's to achieve to go through high school and graduate high school. One of the things I've learned having lived with a speech teacher for the better part of 12 years here in Wamego, USD 320 is that I'm supposed to apparently begin a speech with some sort of clever joke or witty introduction. Well, I'm going to try the joke, okay? So, if you've heard this one, stop, okay? Just stop and say, oh God, I've already got this one. So, there's 2 boats, and these are cargo vessels. They're carrying paint. One's got red paint, one's got blue paint. And they're out in the Atlantic Ocean, and a terrible storm comes up. And the waves are crashing into the boats, and the boats are starting to prepare themselves to call for distress. And right at the critical moment, the captain says, oh, we're going to run to the other boat. They crash into each other. Terrible tragedy. The the red paint boat and the blue paint boat crash into each other. So what happens to the captain and crew? They got marooned. Okay, there's my joke. Sorry. If it's not a good one, I apologize. All right, on to the real point of why I'm here tonight. Goals. What are they? Goals are the things that we aspire to achieve when we set out for. You know what? I bet most of you have heard a speech like this already before, haven't you? Where someone starts out with goals. We want to talk about goals. So, let me try again. I got another one. Okay. As you leave Wamego Middle School, what do you see yourself doing in 20 years? Do you see yourself... Probably heard that one too, right? Okay, hold on. I got another one. Okay, I got it. How do we change the world? We change the world one step at a... Yeah, nothing earth-shattering, right? Not groundbreaking stuff here. Well, see, the thing is, guys, I've been asked to give this speech, and I really don't want to screw this up. In my hands, I've been placed the monumental task of providing important words of wisdom and inspire you, class of 2017, to reach new heights. The message that I'm to deliver tonight is to leave a lasting impression on your lives and make you all future world changers. I have the responsibility of making sure that you're given words that will forever make you go out and do extraordinary things. This speech is supposed to successfully unlock your trapped potential, light a fire of motivation, inspire you to make a difference, end world hunger, stop terrorism, bring peace to the globe, make all the wrongs right, and do it in less than 10 minutes. Actually, make that 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Well, this is not a job that some individual ordinary person could probably do. So I think it's going to take someone super to do this. Hold on. Well, okay, I think I can do this now. With my Thor mask and my Captain America shield, I can transform myself into super speech giver. I can eloquently deliver this message and fulfill everything that they was asked of me to provide in the speech. And I might even have time to go save New York for like 1,000th time. And I'll do this in one single band. All I have to do is use these superpowers. So, all right, here we go. Superpowers, do your stuff. I don't think this thing will work. Come on, speech. Nope. These things must be broken. Or maybe it is that I'm just not that special. You know what? Maybe just ordinary Mr. Topless is going to have to do tonight. And you're going to have to be okay with that. Being a young boy a long time ago, a very long time ago, and having being a father of two young boys myself, I have witnessed firsthand the influence that superheroes have on kids. My sons love seeing the good guys like Captain America, Batman, Superman, Thor, Iron Man, and many others use their extraordinary abilities and talents to save the day. They are cheered, loved, and given the title superhero. Kids begin to idolize these superheroes and dream of being just like them, pretending that they are swooping in to save the day and defeat the bad guy. I can't even begin to count the number of times that our basement has been turned into a make-believe world of battles between good and evil. Unfortunately, Dad sometimes, or for some reason, Dad ends up being the bad guy all the time. I don't know how that happens. From all this fun and adventure, I've come to two conclusions. One, superheroes are an extremely expensive hobby for kids to pick up. Yikes. The other one is that we idolize people like superheroes maybe way too much. and we don't realize what we have to offer and what potential we have. It is this second conclusion that I want to talk to you guys, 2017 class, tonight. You have potential, and you don't have to be super to be worth something. Idolizing people have been around for a long time. It seems that in recent years, the entertainment world has made a killing of this concept. Think of American Idol. It's the most obvious one that comes to mind. We see what others have or what they can do, and we want to be just like that. Our world begins to be centered on the notion that success is measured by image, how much money they make, how much attention they have, how many Facebook friends you have, how many Twitter followers you have, and how many times you can defeat the bad guy from destroying the world in a 2.5-hour movie block. Is this how you measure success in life? Do these qualities determine your worth? Now I'm going to date myself here a little bit. How many of us in this room remember the Be Like Mike campaign from Gatorade? You guys remember that commercial series? Well, if you don't, something like this. The commercial shows kids playing basketball, pretending to do the same moves that we all came to love watching Michael Jordan demonstrate in the early 1990s. We saw Mike drinking Gatorade, so naturally, we thought if we didn't drink Gatorade, we can pull off those amazing 360-degree dunks, and we can hit those free throw line jumpers to knock the Cleveland Cavaliers out of the playoffs. Well, I drank a lot of Gatorade when I was younger. And if you witness Hoop It Up or Hope, you already know this. But if you weren't there, let's just say I'm not going to be winning any dunk contests anytime soon, and the Cavs are in no danger of getting knocked out of the playoffs by my jump shot. This simple commercial, which intended to push kids to work hard and drink Gatorade, also illustrates this fascination with what others can do. We idolize. Here are a few examples of young people who wanted to be like Mike. Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, LeBron James. Yeah, we've all come to know they have had amazing success stories. They've left high school and made the jump to the NBA and have had a tremendous impact on the current game. Now, here are a few others. Corleone Young, Darius Miles, Leon Smith, Kwame Brown, Jonathan Bender, James Land, Ricky Sanchez. Anybody got a jersey from one of those guys? Any names ring a bell? Well, these young men, along with countless others, all wanted to be like Mike and made the jump to the NBA as well out of high school. Unfortunately, they became part of a growing number of group that we call high school busts. All of these young men had amazing talents and idolized and believed that they were going to be just like Mike, but it yet never materialized. Could it be that this failure was simply bad luck or a wrong fit by the player for the team? Possibly. But I have another theory. In their attempts to be like someone else, they never came to understand and realize who they were. They never spent the time looking at what skill set they had and developing those skills to the best of their ability. We all want to be the starting quarterback for the winning football team, the star singer of the musical, the lead cheerleader, the superhero that saves the day. Now, these are all wonderful aspirations, but we also have to stop and be real with ourselves and look at what skills and talents we have been blessed with. Okay, so starting quarterback? Not so much. Nope, no starting quarterback material here. How about the lead of the musical? Anyone heard me sing? 8th grade, can I sing? Not so much, not with this voice. Okay, lead cheerleader. Yeah? Cheerleading material? Well, I don't do anything super, so clearly I can't be a superhero. We might have all done the same thing as far as answering no to a lot of those questions. So does that mean that we label ourselves as unsuccessful? I'm here to tell you, you shouldn't label yourself unsuccessful. Don't say yes to all of those. We spend so much time and effort in the quest to become someone else. If we spent that same time looking at who we are and what talents we have been blessed with, My suspicion is we will already find that we have a number of individual superpowers. You, class of 2017, have superpowers. No, they may not be the kind that can stop a locomotive, bring lightning down from the sky, smash bad guys to pieces, or stop alien invasions, but yours are still important. Let's talk about what superpowers you all have. Courage. One of the definitions of courage is the strength in the face of pain or grief. Each of you has faced obstacles that have challenged you in your lives. Finishing a race when you were so tired you thought your legs were going to fall. Gavin, you had that a few times? Okay. It takes courage to finish that race. Taking another handoff in a key game when you've already ran the ball 25 times, and knowing full well you're about to get hit by that NFL-sized linebacker across from you yet again. It takes courage to take that ball yet again. Preparing for that advanced math test, when you are still trying to figure out why that silly X has to be on the left side. Still don't understand that. Or maybe giving your Hall of Fame presentation to 3 total strangers. I know firsthand, many of you walked in there with that look of, and you walked out with this. I knew that. That was easy. That was courage. It's good that you've practiced this, because for the rest of your life, you're going to be faced with challenges that are going to ask you to use this power of courage. Persistence. To me, this simply means don't give up. While courage is needed to take that first step in a challenge, it will be persistence that will continue to carry you on. Think of it this way. How many times would the superhero win in the end if he or she just gave up the first time? Unfortunately, like kryptonite to Superman, persistence has a weakness. It's the feeling of doubt. Doubt ultimately leads to the defeat of this power by quitting. Don't let the bad guy deceive you into believing that you should quit. Be persistent. The idea of persistence might best be demonstrated by the late Jim Valvano. In a speech he gave March 4th, 1993, Valvano, who was the former North Carolina State men's basketball coach, shared not of his game accomplishments, but of his outlook on his newest opponent, bone cancer. Facing the notion of just months to possibly live, Valvano brought the capacity crowd to tears as he shared the basis of how he would live out the rest of his life, each and every day. He would never give up. Cancer can take away all my physical abilities, but it cannot touch my mind, it cannot touch my heart, and it cannot touch my soul. And those 3 things are going to carry on forever. Valvano had the power of persistence and used it. Will you do the same? Will you use your superpower of persistence when the challenges of high school push you? Or will you let kryptonite of doubt seep in? That remains to be seen. Compassion. Compassion is the understanding or empathy for the suffering of others and helping them to come out from that suffering. I think the thing that you have to understand with compassion is simply understanding someone else, being there for them. In this time and age when we see so much violence on television and so many people doing harm to each other, we need compassion. You all have this power within you, the power to be understanding of others. Over the last 3 years, we have witnessed this power that you possess in compassion. Whether it be raising money for cancer research or simply assisting a fellow classmate in a time of need, you have demonstrated compassion. Whatever you do, do not let this superpower go unused. Compassion can and does make a difference. Humor. Who doesn't love a good laugh? Well, this superpower has a number of benefits. Feeling a little run down? Try laughing a little bit more. Some researchers think laughter just might be the best medicine, helping you feel better and putting the spring back into your step. I believe that people can get more laughter in their lives if they get more laughter in their life, they're better off, says Steve Wilson, a psychologist and laugh therapist. They might be healthier too. So what happens when you laugh? Have you ever thought about that? We change physiologically when we laugh. We stretch muscles throughout our face and our body. Our pulse and blood pressure go up. We breathe faster, sending more oxygen to our tissues. People who believe in the benefits of laughter say it is like a mild workout and may offer some of the same advantages as a workout. The effects of laughter and exercise are very similar, says Wilson. Combining laughter and movement, like waving your arms, is a great way to boost your heart rate. One pioneer in laughter research, William Fry, claimed it took 10 minutes on a rowing machine for his heart rate to reach the level it would after just 1 minute of heavy laughter. So laugh. Use the superpower to put a spring in your step. But also you can use laughter to lift the spirits of others. They say laughter is contagious. I'm going to tell you it's true. Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear my two boys filling our house with those really big belly laughs. You guys know what I'm talking about? It's that kind of laugh where you can't breathe, and there's like snot and spit coming out every direction, and they're like keeled over, and you think they're gonna die, and you come up to him, and I honest to goodness, Maddox, are you okay? And he's like, ah, 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 and he can't even get his breath because he's laughing so hard. Make someone else laugh. Do something to bring humor and joy to other lives. The power of laughter. So all the powers that I previously mentioned are those that you all possess. But it's this last one that I want to share with you that might be the most important. It's what makes you who you are. Your unique talents. All of you are unique. All of you have been blessed with unique gifts. These powers are the things that you possess that make you who you are, that fill you with joy, that consume your time, and possibly might motivate you in what you're going to do for the rest of your life. You have been crafting these abilities since you were young, exploring this world with these unique talents. Upon joining us at Wamego Middle School in 6th grade, we have had the wonderful opportunity to witness firsthand your talents. They have been demonstrated in the classroom, on the athletic fields, during concerts, on the stage in our community, during Fine Arts Fair, and on display with your woods and art projects, classroom presentations and projects, and numerous other venues that highlight your creativity. This is a critical moment for the superpower. You need to continue to make it better. Let's take Iron Man for a second. Tony Stark did not just stop developing the Iron Man suit after the first version. He wanted it to be better. So he continued to use his gift of knowledge and resources to make it better, to improve it. And each one in each version got better. Whatever unique talents you have, work to make them better. Practice them. Gain more knowledge on how to use them, and please, whatever you do, don't throw it away. Class of 2017, please always remember something. You don't have to be like Mike. You don't have to be an American Idol. You don't have to be Iron Man, Superman, or any other person that we idolize. Just be you. Use your power and your talents that you have been blessed with, and be the best you can be. Thank you very much.
Thank you again, Mr. Topper. It seems like just a really short time ago that we were here doing the same thing, giving our congratulations and saying our goodbyes. And this year it's really no different. We are sending another eager and talented class to Wamego High School on to build some really great memories and accomplish more than I think they've even dreamed about yet. We have watched them grow and change from very uncertain 6th graders to very confident 8th graders ready to tackle their new life at the high school. So it is with pride that I present the Wamego Middle School class of 2013, not 17 yet, for recognition of their promotion to WHS. Would the first row please stand?